Good morning to my young and talented brothers, sisters, and respected judges. My name is N. Anant Ramru. Today I am standing for the motion to the topic. And imagine a world where you are living the best of the teacher, the physics teacher, any teacher living in a Delhi, or the best coding expert living in a San Francisco, the best historian lives in California. But imagine this all three teachers is living in a living room. So it's a digital revolution. According to the UNESCO report, after the COVID-19 pandemic, nearly 1.6 billion students across 190 countries access the online education. And it makes more affordability and very cost effective.
Respected jury, good morning. I am Sudhi and I firmly defend the topic that traditional education is far better than online education. Can you imagine a classroom with no students but screens replacing teachers' smile, chat box replacing your friend sitting next to you? Yes, online education might be affordable, but education, on the contradictory point, education have always been about formation. It was not only about information. Education always spoke about character, discipline, and the main basic foundation of education is moral values, ethics, motivation, human connections apart from information. As per NSSO reports of 2022, around 47% of Indian society do not have access to internet and basic amenities that are required for an online class. So, online classes might be a great tool, but cannot replace traditional education.
Oh my dear friend, really? Well, imagine one student who want to aspire to become an IIT and who want to aspire to become a crack UPS. But he need to go to the top metropolitan cities to access. Because where in his village, where in his city, he not able to access the resources, the best faculty. But today, it is not the world like this. Yes, without traveling charges, without the accommodation, without a lot of cost, it reduced, according to the World Bank report, it reduced 60% of your total expenses through the online. It made easy. It connects the world into the global village. You can access the wonderful education tools, the artificial intelligence, whatever the IoT in your room itself. You can explore the world with this online education, my dear friend.
I would appreciate your point about the World Bank explaining how they have cut down the expenses. But what about the Stanford and Harvard studies that says around 72% of students were drop out due to online education because they lack the ability to manage their time, they lack the ability to understand the concepts through online. See, traditional teaching have always been more encouraging and motivative, not because you were sitting next to your friend or your teacher is available, but because it have brought you real-time connections, it have brought you real-time motivation. A single teacher can judge many things by looking at your expression, which lacks with digital notification. Creating digital divide education is something that online education is good at, but coming to real-life traditional education, it have always accepted any sort of background students, irrespective of their abilities.
Oh my dear friend, it's really. So whatever the top world universities, top world institutions in the world, they offer such a good courses. In Andhra Pradesh also, they instituted the edX course. So transforming the lives of the student, they're bringing a wonderful government, making a memorandum of understanding with the governments of different states of India. So they are giving a very good accessible online education, which transforms the lives of students. They can explore the world with wonderful chances today.
Sum up. Yes. Coming to UNESCO's basic definition about education, a child should have empathetic. UNESCO and UNICEF believes that a child needs to be taught directly when it comes to concepts of confidence, morals, ethics, values. It can be only incorporated and indulged by student peer companion and by teacher to the student, irrespective of online competition.
Time up.